Your Excellency, the ambassadors and heads of mission and senior officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Trade have just concluded a week-long strategic planning workshop, whose main objective was to chart the guiding framework for executing and realigning the ministry's mandate towards the Transitional Stabilization Plan, TSP, and the National Vision 2030. We were thus afforded another important opportunity to introspect on our achievements during the course of this year, especially after your clarion call for the ministry and its foot soldiers to vigorously pursue transformative economic diplomacy. Your Excellency, having closely taken stock of the road that we have traveled since our last meeting in February this year, I want to assure you that your ambassadors and heads of mission and the country's diplomatic outposts have all acquitted themselves extremely well. This despite very difficult terrain that they have had to operate in. Your Excellency, it would be remiss of me if I were not to inform you yet again that in spite of your diplomats' high sense of duty and patriotism, their endeavors continue to be bedeviled by adverse conditions. Critical resources, especially financial, remain in arrears to this very day, thus curtailing diplomatic missions operations. The state of infrastructure and equipment, including vehicles, is deplorable and is a big dent on our national image. We are all trying to improve. Your Excellency, in spite of these headwinds, your diplomats, who are your foremost foot soldiers, remain extremely resolute and determined to carry through your call to end Zimbabwe's isolation and bring forth tangible economic dividends that will transform our nation to an upper middle income economy by 2030, where all its people will be prosperous and empowered. Your Excellency, in conclusion, I want to assure you once again that the ministry and its entire staff remain highly motivated and will be up to task that we have given them. May I also take this opportunity, sir, on their behalf to wish you a personal good health, successful deliberations during the party's annual conference, and happy and peaceful festive seasons. I thank Your Excellency.
They should realize that there is the Second Republic, a new dispensation. And this new dispensation is a servant leadership. That should also translate to themselves. They should understand that the will of the people is what must be in their hearts always. Secondly, we have changed the title of the Minister of Foreign Affairs to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, which means that all our missions must now address the question of trade. We have removed trade from Minister of Industry. It's now Industry and Commerce, but trade has now gone to Foreign Affairs. So their priority is to promote trade with the capitals where they are accredited with Zimbabwe. The third point was to brief them about the transitional program which we have in the country, sector by sector, as to how we intend to modernize, industrialize our economy. So I have walked them through the processes of our vision towards 2030.
There was also talk, Your Excellency, in the budget about cutting the diplomatic missions or rationalization. What is involved in that rationalization?
Yeah, that is the area of the president. I wouldn't frighten them by telling them that I'm going to reduce you. No, that is my area. I had to encourage them to work hard that we are going to address most of the concerns they have at missions as a result of the past economic constraints we're having as a country, which we now are focusing on and making sure they should be proud to be ambassadors of Zimbabwe.
And their salaries are arrears as well.
We are going to clear that. We have agreed on methodology of clearing the areas.
Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you.